You are listening to From Ring to Veil.
I'm Shannon.
And I'm Kim.
And we are your wedding planning gurus.
We take the stress out
and put the fun back into wedding planning. Wedding Toast, episode number 130.
In this episode, we're talking toasts. Not the kind that you put butter on, but the kind that you say.
That kind
weddings.
of toast is really good too, though.
Toasts. Who gives them? What do they say? That's something that I would never have known when I was planning my wedding. Like, I don't know who gives toast. I don't know what they're supposed to say. We didn't even do toasts.
I don't know. We were in the church fellowship hall. So,
Yeah.
we don't do toast because you can't have alcohol. So,
Exactly.
anyway, see, that's how you could tell that we've been old married women.
Yes.
So.
But nowadays, like, it's such a different thing than it was in our days. So we just thought toasts are confusing. So we'll talk about them. We'll find out and we'll share with you what we found out. All right. So let's get into this. Shannon, who does... No, I'm just kidding. Let's start out with who does them.
So, with our research that we have compiled over the past week and a half, the bride's father, the groom, and the best man usually give toasts.
Yeah. Those are the three main toast givers.
Mm-hmm. I like to include in that list the matron or maid of honor. Mm-hmm. And the bride and groom together should give a thank you toast. That's from my opinions.
Right. I also think the groom's father sometimes gets left out, and he should also be included in that list. And I guess we should just start out saying, whomever you want to give toasts, let them. It's totally up to you.
But don't make it too long because nobody wants to sit there and listen to thousands of toasts.
Right.
And give them a time limit. That would be another thing, too.
Exactly.
I mean, do your main people, maybe not give them, like, you can't go over 5 minutes.
Right.
It's ridiculous. A minute.
I would say over 3 minutes is kind of pushing it.
I mean, do like the Oscars, do a countdown.
Yeah, start playing loud music. Wrap it up.
So here are some more tips that we have.
Make it personal. Whomever's giving that toast needs to know you both or one of you well enough that they can make it pretty personal.
Right.
Not raunchy personal, just personal because they know them so well.
Right. Put some humor in it. We don't want long, boring toasts. Mm-hmm. We don't want to go from your infancy to your adulthood and not have any funny stories to tell.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I know you've done some ridiculous stuff in there.
Everybody has.
Yeah.
You need to thank people. So if it's you, the couple, you need to thank your guests. If it's the best man,
he needs to thank the bride and groom.
Yeah.
You need to give a strong opening and a strong closing. And then put the humor and the anecdotes in between.
Right. Make it not too long, like we said.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to and you feel the need, give either all of them or certain people time limits.
Yes. And kind of rein them in, too. It's like, can I actually see your toasts?
Right.
Because you don't really want to be embarrassing. Yes, you can have a few funny anecdotes. And also, I know I've seen some that are ridiculous where they have slideshows.
Hey, I'm a picture person, so I would love a slideshow.
I mean, they can run the slideshow throughout the whole ceremony and maybe,
That's true.
He can introduce it or something and then they can show it. But don't do it during the post.
And this is the time that...
Anyway.
And our last tip on giving speeches is practice. Practice, practice. That's you and your toast givers. So if you want to write these tips down or just print them out and hand them over.
It's like, here you go.
Like, here's some tips. There you go.
Or have them listen to our podcast because that would be better.
Yes, that too.
Here's some examples of what should be included in certain toast. So the father of the bride or groom toast, it should welcome the guest and thank them. Should share their feelings and relationships to daughter or son or, the couple. Acknowledge families who are there and wish the couple a good future. Give them nice blessings and things like that.
Right. Next is the groom. he should make it a big deal. I mean, this is his time to shine other than in the wedding ceremony, to really talk to all his guests. Thank the whole bridal party, the groomsmen, the bridesmaids, even ushers, I think. You thank all the people that are helping you out with this big party. You thank your parents and maybe say a couple special memories with them. Maybe even talk to the bride's parents or because it's the bride's parents and say, I remember the first time I met you. It's just a couple little things. It doesn't have to be a big, long, drawn out thing. You thank your guests, like we said, for their gifts and for coming, especially those ones that came cross country to see it. And then you toast your new bride and you share the love.
The best man should give a thank you to the fellow bridesmaids and groomsmen, reminisce about the groom and the couple. Humor is a must in the best man's speech.
Right.
I mean, if you're the groom's best man, you've probably been together forever, or at least through college or something like that. You were probably roommates in college. There has to be some stories there.
Right.
And of course, you wish for the couple's future. Good wishes, blessings in their marriage, things like that.
Yeah. I'll be riding your couch a couple times. That kind of thing. All right, on to the maid of honor. She is to boost the bride. She is to help the bride shine and show why she's such an awesome person. She is to share sentimental stories, personal, beautiful stories, and make this bride shine. Thank her and the bridesmaids for all they've done. I would say the bridesmaids specifically maybe call out special things that they've done to help out with the wedding. And of course, the wishes for the couple.
The order of toast are the best man, the maid or matron of honor, father of the bride, father of the groom, and then bride if the bride wants to give a toast.
Right.
Or you can do the bride and groom toast together. Like stand up together and, go back and forth.
Tandem. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And any other guest of honor, mothers, grandparents, aunts, uncles, step-parents, if they have something to do with the wedding and they want to toast, you need to make short.
Yes.
Maybe just, congratulations and best of wishes, just stuff like that. They don't have to be long.
Not everybody's going to want to.
Yeah.
But there may be some that feel like they want to. And it's totally up to you if you even want to let them do it. But we say if they really want to say something sweet about you guys, let them. But let's not make this like the wedding singer. Let's not let super imbibed
inebriated
people up there, inebriated to just rattle on whatever they want to say and get, stand on their soapbox
and then drag stuff up from the past. You don't want the, don't want to bring up.
I loved you and you broke my heart. All that. Just don't. You know who needs to be saying this and who doesn't.
See, that's when you have the best man go around and say, no, shut up.
Yeah. I'm sorry. There's not really time.
There's not really time for you to do this. We're also going to list some books on the show notes today from Amazon, of course.
Yes.
To help you planning toast and things like that. So.
Right. There are so many, but here are a couple that we like. Wedding Speeches, a practical guide for delivering an unforgettable wedding speech. And this is by Sam Siv. That one looks really good.
Yeah.
The next one is the Not Little Books of Big Wedding Ideas. Cakes, bouquets, centerpieces, bows, and toasts. That's like a bundle where you can get a lot of ideas from.
And here's one that's called Toast, over 1,500 of the best toasts, sentiments, blessings, and graces. So, you'll probably have a variety of things in there you can look at. And it's by Paul Dickinson. So we'll have all of those on our show notes.
Which will be at fromringtoveil.com/130. And of course, you can find all the show notes there.
Right. So if you have any funny toast stories, we would love to hear them.
We would.
Because, some of them are hilarious. So just drop us an email at info@fromringtoveil.com or message us on Facebook and tell us your funny anecdotes for your wedding toasts if you've had them.
Yeah,
or you've been to a wedding that had funny wedding toasts. We love to hear funny stories. And of course, we'll give you a shout out on our next show.
Yes.
Or on a show.
So let's do a little bit of housekeeping here and update what's going on. So we are today it is the 22nd of June, and you guys know that Shannon will be moving, but we don't know yet when. So
yes, of course, my husband works for a big online retailer, and there's lots of red tape, lots of paper to file, all this kind of stuff. The funny thing is, he has his office number, the floor he's going to be on, everything there, but he has no idea when we're moving.
yeah. So they're hoping in the next couple weeks they're going to pack up and leave. But until then, we're going to keep recording. And then once she is, on her way back to Texas, we have set up, again, Kate Gansneder with G Squared Weddings. She's going to join me, and we're going to be recording some shows so that Shannon doesn't have to worry about trying to hook up her internet and all that stuff.
Because I don't know where I'm going to be. I'm going to be homeless.
No, you won't. But anyway, so we have this taken care of. Just to let you know, we will announce the last time she will be recording as soon as we know. So just so you guys can be aware. But she is coming back, so there's no worry about that.
Yes, I'll be here. I promise.
We'll have a few shows without her, but then we'll get back to it.
We have such great things coming up too.
Yes,
so
we do. We do.
There's a bunch of irons in the fire, and hopefully stuff that'll help you in your planning and help us expand.
Help you bring that stress level back down. And I guess that's about it for now. Let's wrap up this show here. If you aren't subscribed to the show, please subscribe anywhere you listen to podcasts. That's Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, all of that. If we're not in a specific podcast player, let us know. And until next time, no stress, no worries. Keep calm and listen on.
Thank you for listening to our podcast. You can find us on Facebook, From Ring to Veil, on Twitter, @FromRingToVeil, and on our website, FromRingToVeil.com.
Music provided by bensound.com. Wedding toast. No, that's not it.